Amy and Nick, and these are our two kids, Olivia and Everett. We used to do most of our traveling on airplanes, but 2020 has kept us on the ground. So we thought, what a better time to explore the US. We bought a tiny RV.
Oh, look at that.
And took off with Nana, Pops, and Uncle Dylan. And now, we're headed west to see what it's like living in a tiny home on wheels. And living in our own bubble.
Welcome back, family travelers. We're so glad you're here. And today we're having a video about how are we living full-time in just a teeny tiny little travel trailer, talking about work and how we manage the kids and laundry, because that's really exciting.
Showers, bedtime and morning routines.
Everything.
What do we eat?
We're talking about it all.
Now we've been on the road for about 3 weeks, and we've really gotten into like a
little rhythm.
Yeah, our rhythm. So we felt like it was good timing to show you what it's like. So after breakfast, we do one of two things, depending if it's a weekday or a weekend. If it's a day that we're working, we do this. We sit at this little table on our computers and we work all day. Then there are days where we're either taking a vacation day from work or it's a weekend, and those days we go out and explore. But today is a work day. So when it comes to the shower situation, to be honest, I've only taken one shower in our RV. Sometimes we will put the kids in there because it's easy for them to take a shower in there, but it's tiny. There's not much space for us, which is probably why our shower has become a storage space. We have been pretty fortunate though. All of the places that we've been to has showers, and most of them are clean and nice showers. If you want your kids to take a bath in the shower, this foam soap is like a lifesaver.
The other part about not showering here isn't just because I don't fit, it's just that our gray water tank, that's the like sink in the shower, they fill up so fast. And we were super noobs when we booked this and had no idea that we should just be booking with sewage. We didn't even think about how fast our tanks would fill up. So stupid. So book sewer. Just full hookup. Just do that.
Next up, it's laundry day. I always dread laundry day because it takes about 3 cycles to dry all the clothes since we cram the machines full, and about 10 hours to put everything away because we use these packing cubes up here. We try to do it about every 4 days, but well, we've gone a little bit longer than that this time, and we have practically no clothes left, so I guess we can't put it off any longer. Got my bag, ready to go. Let's do this. It's heavy.
I mean, I told you to do laundry like 2 or 3 days ago, so...
Are the dishes done?
Mostly. 4 in there, maybe. Easy peasy.
Nick usually handles the dishes, and I'm on laundry duty. We mostly go with the campground laundry facilities. They seem fine, and we've not had a problem with it. They're usually all open, and the hours are pretty good, so can't complain. And now we wait. When it's $2 a load, you can do separate loads instead of cramming it all in one. Most places have been like $3 or more. I'm digging this place. I'm walking back from the laundry room and just noticing how empty this place is. It was packed this morning. It's a Monday morning. It was packed this morning, and then all of a sudden everybody just left, up and left, and now it's like a ghost town, but it's kind of nice because, you know, we don't have many neighbors, and you basically have the place to yourself. If you want the place to yourself, come on a weekday. We try to get a lot of our chores done in the morning in between working. The main ones being washing dishes, doing laundry, and picking up. As you can imagine, this place is tiny and we have a lot of stuff, and Olivia has accumulated quite the collection. So it's like an everyday task to keep this somewhat picked up so that we don't go insane because of all the clutter. See this? This is what a 4-year-old's RV bunk looks like. What you doing, Nick? You look like you're hard at work over there.
I'm slacking at the moment.
Slacking.
Get it?
Get it? Get it? That joke makes more sense if you know what the app Slack is. And then after we get all our chores done, it's time for lunch. What are we having for lunch today?
I cracked myself up. Peanut butter and jelly again?
That's kind of a joke because when we first started out on this journey, peanut butter and jelly was like the only thing we ate for a week and a half to 2 weeks. So we finally have started actually making lunch. Some days we have the kids in here with us for lunch, but today they are with their babysitters, Nana and Pops, while we work. So they're off playing at the playground. They'll probably have a late lunch, which means we get to make our own lunch and just chill in here and enjoy it without kids running around throwing food everywhere. All right, let's take a peek in our fridge.
It's like showing someone your underwear drawer. Are you
I
supposed
know.
to do that?
Look at how full that is, guys.
I
We
mean,
literally
sauce-
use every inch of space in here. You guys know on those episodes of like MTV Cribs where you always are so curious what is in those celebrity refrigerators. We're just normal folk, so ours isn't going to be anything too crazy. But, you know, let's check. Let's see what we got in here. We can fit a gallon of milk in here. We do a lot of cheese here. We've got your shredded, we've got your sliced, we've even got your block cheese. We make Instant Pot mac and cheese with this. We've got cinnamon rolls, salsa. We do have some healthy stuff. We have lots of fruit, beer. There is a teeny sliver of space for a freezer, and that's where we store any meats we have and, you know, frozen French toast sticks. Okay, this, if you have not heard of Noon, I suggest, we can link to it, you can check it out because these things are lifesavers. All you do is drop one of these little tablets, they're pretty small, drop one of these little guys into your water, and it's full of electrolytes. This is the Noon Sport. I think they make like different kinds, like they even have ones with vitamins in it. We don't have that kind, but all kinds of flavors. They're the most handy things. One of our favorite things that we take with us whenever we travel. When we flew places, we always took these, but we are carrying it forward to the RV life because they're amazing. That is in no way a like product sponsored thing. We just love these little guys. Now that you know what we're working with here, it's time for Nick to go and make us some lunch. Yep.
Approval?
You outdid yourself, buddy.
Hey, thanks.
Working remote from an RV life is kind of like mom life in that you get a sandwich and then you have a call and then you get back to it and it's half eaten and cold. One of the best parts about RV life is that you can just come work outside whenever you want. Work is done for the day, so now it's time for our evening routine. When we're hooked up to electricity, we've basically been using the Instant Pot to cook everything. So tonight, Nick is going to try out a nice pulled pork in the Instant Pot. Our cooking options are fairly limited. We have a small little stove, we have a microwave. Other than that, we don't have an oven or anything. We don't have a grill with us in our travel trailer. We do have one with Nana and Pops, but basically, we've just been doing all of our cooking in the Instant Pot, and it's so easy. It's so nice to have just one thing that you take with you, and you can essentially cook all of your meals in it.
Easy as that. Light the fire before dinner, hang out a little bit, so then you don't have to worry about staying out too terribly late. This is one of the few places we can have a fire because of all the fire bans and such. So the next place we go to, I think, is only a propane fire. Because we got a kid here with a cup, and then we got a fire. So, you know.
Here comes nature, girl.
And look, Pops,
What do you
I
got?
found a bug.
Nice.
Everett, buddy, you are filthy. Look at those hands. Look at these hands, y'all. Oh my gosh, we have to clean those before dinner. Holy smokes. What were you doing, kid?
If you didn't know, children get into literally everything. This is Grease from the hitch because he's apparently an auto mechanic today. Hey pal, how about we fix our car instead of playing with the hitch?
Your work here is done. So the other thing that we wanted to talk about in this video is a little bit about the bedtime routine. Everett has been going to bed about an hour and a half past his normal bedtime, but let's just say it is not as bad as we thought it was going to be. He sleeps through the night pretty well. Getting him to bed, it's like one of us will generally lay with him inside the camper so that he doesn't feel alone. And then Olivia will get books read and play on her iPad for a few minutes before bed. One of the other things that we were a little bit nervous about before we left on this trip was how we were going to deal with getting ourselves ready for bed after the kids were asleep. Turns out, both kids sleep through any type of noise. Occasionally we'll brush our teeth outside the camper, So what we typically do is we put the kids to bed, they get to sleep. Sometimes we sit out by the fire for a little bit, then we come inside. We have a nice little curtain to divide the room. We maybe watch a movie sometimes, or we get some work done, and then we go to bed. Honestly, it was one of the things I was most worried about, and turns out it's worked pretty well. All right, and it's bedtime. Everett's got his lower bunk. Olivia got the upper bunk. Are you ready for your books, Olivia?
Yes, as soon as I do this.
All right. Kids are asleep.
Well,
Mostly asleep.
like laying in there making noises.
So this is our life when we put the kids to bed, we shut our little curtain, and we have our makeshift room here.
It's a fun little room there.
Hopefully that gives you a little look at a day in our life living in a tiny little space with 2 kids and 2 adults.
It's got a queen size bed that's comfy.
Yeah, our bed takes up half of this place.
It's perfect. But that's gonna do it for us today. We're like totally zonked. I gotta do it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and follow on all the other social media stuff.
Yep, we're getting ready to hit up Palisade, Colorado.
Oh yeah.
And then we have a couple harvest toasts coming up. Stay tuned.
Good night.